Na mtazamaji, turejelee taarifa yetu ya awali ambapo viongozi wa utawala kaunti za bonde la Ufa wamekongamana kwenye kaunti ya Nakuru kuweza kujadili changamoto zilizopo kwenye maeneo hayo za unywaji wa pombe na utumizi wa mihadarati. Sasa hivi Naibu Rais Rigathi Gachagua anazungumza kuhutubia kongamano hilo. Tuvuke huko moja kwa moja.
Even Jesus started in Jerusalem before he went to Judea. So I'm also here today in defense of my boss, that I cannot also allow, and I cannot sleep. And Professor Kindiki shouldn't sleep too, when the backyard of our boss is getting completely consumed by illicit alcohol and drug abuse. I didn't know the problem was that big until when we talked with the RC and I was saying we get like 6, 7 counties. And the people of Baringo were up in arms that they have been left out. They were also claiming that they are having a problem. And I think the way to solve a problem is first to acknowledge that it exists. And I'm so happy, and I really want to thank the senators and the members of parliament who are here for acknowledging that we have a problem. Once we diagnose the problem, that's what a good doctor would do, then he'll go ahead and do a prescription. The truth of the matter, we have a problem. I am many times accused of being paranoid about the previous administration. I'm not, I'm just truthful, because I think it's good to be truthful. This situation degenerated as the previous administration watched by. The level of impunity in sale of illicit alcohol and drugs is in a level that is not acceptable anywhere in the world. People are selling alcohol 24 hours, selling poison. As officers just watched. And I don't want to blame the officers. There was no political direction. People are led, officers are led. When President William Ruto came to office, I must tell you he had a serious problem with the officers of the National Government Administration, because in his opinion, and rightly so, they had absconded duty and went into politics of BBI and Azimio and all that nonsense that surrounded it. And the president was wondering why we need that branch of government, because he does not need them in politics, and that is what they were doing. It took me and Professor Kindiki and PS Raymond Omolo to sit the president down and convince him that officers of the national government administration are good people. They are very resourceful officers. They are result-oriented. They are very focused only when they get the right instruction. And we told the president the problem was not the officers, it was the leadership. They had removed them from their job of dealing with security, dealing with alcohol, dealing with the boundary disputes, creating peace and harmony, and told them to go and collect signatures for BBI, to go and try to sell Project Azimio, and such other difficult things that of course they perform dismally because they are not trained in that line of thinking. The president and I would be stupid to ask them to help us in politics. We would fail. Walisaidia Azimio ikaanguka. Sasa tukiwachukua tusaidie tutaanguka. We cannot. And the president agreed with us that we give them a chance. And we gave them the first responsibility. And I'm so proud of our officers from the National Government Administration that I served for 15 years. That when the president asked us to assign them the function of registering farmers across the country at slightly less than 50 million shillings. They registered farmers across the country in 2 weeks, where consultants had charged the Ministry of Agriculture 12 billion to do the same work. And I can tell you from the very good job that was done by our officers, from the assistant chief all the way to the regional commissioner, today we have a database that is accurate for all farmers across the country. And it is that data that we used for the fertilizer subsidy program that has been very successful. Officers of National Government Administration, I want to congratulate you and tell you today, President William Ruto is your #1 advocate, that you are good people. We want to confirm today that this administration will never assign officers of administration and the police political duties. First and foremost, they are bad at it, so it is not wise to apply them that way. Number two, they have a job to do and they are paid for to protect life and property, to create peace and harmony, and to spare development. I want to assure you that our MPs here from our side of the coalition should never ask you to assist them to do politics. And if they tell you, look for us. Even if they are in Kenya Kwanza, they are in UDA, you are not their errand boys. That is not your work. And Professor, you have said you are going to arrest people. Yeah. When you took this job, I told you, this job you have no friends. Even myself, if I do something wrong, come for me. Yeah. Because now, this work of national security is non-negotiable. I mean, it's such an important aspect of our existence as a country that anybody who violates the law, who gets involved in criminal activities, you must be prepared for the consequences. I invite leaders to read the penal code, Cap 63. Align yourself with it so that as you do your things wherever you are, you keep it in your car so that you keep on checking what you are doing. Because the way the professor have talked here, I'm very scared for you. And I can tell you, please, especially those who work for government, don't embarrass us by breaking the law. Because now, Kanja akiambiwa kushike na professor atakushika. Sasa ukinipigia simu, I cannot call to say uachiliwe. So you are putting us in a difficult situation. Wale wetu wako bande yetu, hata wale wengine. Kama wewe ni kiongozi, tafadhali don't embarrass yourself by doing things that are not right. Because you embarrass everybody. These are difficult situations to arrest a governor, to arrest a senator. But they must be arrested if they break the law. But you really put us in a very difficult situation. So why are we here today? President, I, Professor Kindiki, the rest of us here, none of us has a problem with alcohol. Personally, I must admit, I used to drink a lot before I got saved. But since I stopped drinking, my things have been very good. That's how I'm deputy president. So I invite those who drink to consider to stop, to drop it. Maybe your things will get better. None of us has a problem with alcohol. But we have a problem with the poison in the name of alcohol. That we have a problem. We have a big problem with poison put in bottles and sachets and described as alcohol. That we have a problem. None of us has a problem with licensed establishments. But we have a problem with licensed establishments selling poison as alcohol. We have a problem. None of us has a problem with licensed establishments selling the right products. But we have a problem with the licensed establishments selling alcohol from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. the following day. That we have a problem. We have a problem with the people who have opened factories in their houses and distilleries and are in hygienic conditions and they are not licensed. That we have a problem. We have a problem with the people who are bringing ethanol across the Tanzanian border in Namanga at night and using it to manufacture poison under the guise of alcohol. We have a problem with that. We are very happy with police officers who are doing a good job. But we have a serious problem with a few of them who have conflict of interest, who have opened bars in the areas where they serve. We have a problem. We have a problem with our police officers who are collecting protection fees. We have a problem with our police officers who are supposed to go and arrest drunkards, but they are more drunk than the people they are going to arrest. That we have a problem. Si tumesema tuambiane ukweli? Yeah. You are mimi, I'm a truthful man. Wengine wananidharau mimi. Lakini nasemanga tu ukweli. Ukweli ni kwamba from today hii region maofficers wetu watapigana na ule.
Kufikia hapo anapata fursa tu ya kupata pumziko fupi. Hiyo ilikuwa ni sauti ya moja kwa moja ya Naibu Rais Rigathi Gachagua akihutubia kongamano la viongozi wa utawala kutoka kaunti za bonde la Ufa kuhusiana na mikakati inayohitaji kuweko kukabiliana na unywaji pombe haramu na vile vile utumizi wa mihadarati. Nitakuwa narejea vile vile na taarifa kuhusiana na lalama za wafugaji kuhusiana na maslahi yao, lakini kwa sasa napata pumziko fupi. Takaporejea nitakuwa na kujuza mengi. Usiende mbali.